Okay, thank you all for joining this live session. Straight away, we are just gonna touch briefly with what's going on in Ukraine and the fact that we're seeing here that Deutsche Bank shares are up 8% after U-turn to unwind or to wind down Russia operations, amongst other things, and all the other stocks you have seen on our thumbnail. We're going to talk about them, and indeed any other one. Okay, so straight away let's see what's going on here. We know very well that they are saying right now, or rather US officials reported that Russia has spoken to China concerning getting economic and military help, and the US has gotten back to China to tell China, look, there are sanctions against Russia, you have to abide by them, no aiding of Russia, or else there will be consequences. That is what we are hearing, and we also know very well that when Russia went to when Russia invaded Georgia, that China remained neutral. Would that be the case this time around? But at the same time, it's also a totally different situation right now, because we have that before the Olympics, the Winter Olympics that China just hosted a few weeks ago, China and Russia agreed that they are going to have no limit commitments or agreements, as the case may be. So who knows what that will imply? And some are even saying that maybe China was duped into that agreement. Maybe. So let's see what they have saying at Deutsche Bank. What they're saying here: Deutsche Bank shares up 8% after U-turn to unwind to wind down Russia operations. The German bank announced that it will close its operations in Russia and cease all operations there. The move marks a major U-turn from Thursday, when CFO James von Moltke defended the bank's decision to remain operational there. The decision follows similar move by Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, HSBC. Okay, they said they will wind down the operation in Russia. The major U-turn that sent shares higher Monday. In announcements, the German bank said it was joining a host of international players in exiting the country in response to its invasion of Ukraine and resultant operational risks. The move came a day after Chief Financial Officer James von Moltke said told CNBC that it was not practical to close its Russia business. Deutsche Bank shares jumped higher in early trading of this session, 14th of March 2022. They were up about 8% as investors acknowledged the turnaround. Like some international peers and in line with their legal and regulatory obligations, they're in the process of winding down their remaining business in Russia while they help their non-Russian multinational clients in reducing their operations. Okay, that's what we're hearing there. Stocks making the biggest moves in pre-market: Alibaba, JD.com, Occidental, Petroleum, Chevron, and more. Okay, we have all these other ones. We have Volt. Volt is up 96.03%. I think the news is that I think it's saying here Volt Information Sciences entered a definitive merger agreement with Vega Consulting Inc., under which Vega will start the tender offer by March 25th to acquire all outstanding shares of Volt for $6 per share in cash. Okay, let's see what's going on. What's the price right now? Okay, 592 has risen to that. The stock has buyers have taken advantage. It's now a few cents shy from that $6. Okay. Certain of Volt's stockholders, directors, and executive officers holding approximately 26% of the company's outstanding shares agreed to tender all of their shares in connection with the merger. This transaction would diversify their business mix by adding a sizable commercial, staffing, and managed service provider business to their staffing services portfolio, further expanding their suite of services and offering. According to CEO of Vega Affiliates ACS Solutions. Okay. Following completion of the tender offer, Vega will acquire any remaining shares not tendered in the offer through a second step merger at the same price. The merger agreement also provides for a go shop around period, which will extend for 30 calendar days until April 11th. 2022. Volt will have the right to terminate the merger agreement to enter into superior proposal. The transaction is expected to close in the second quarter. After closing, Volt will become a privately held company and its shares will no longer be listed on any public market. So that's what's going on there. So the next, let's see, the next stock we have is MULN. It's up roughly 30%. What's going on? What is behind this? Okay, there's some news here. Okay, this is the news. Okay, we timed out here. Okay, Ian Wright from the world's premier automotive news site and Car Balls recently interviewed MULN CEO and Chairman David Mikery about MULN's 5 EV crossover retail market strategy and manufacturing plans. Okay, so they had a discussion with Ian from Car Balls about EVs and plans for the future. Okay. So he's delighted that the leading automotive publications like Car Balls are covering MULN and providing readers with an opportunity to learn about them. The Car Balls article featured interviews with Mikery and Vice President of Mechanical Systems Marianne Petrilikan and covers a number of topics including MULN's financial model, partnerships, market strategy, and more. The full article on MULN Automotive was available here. Okay, MULN has recently announced a string of key partnerships with Hofer Powertrain, Comau, ARC, DOR, and DSA systems for EV powertrain engineering, manufacturing, vehicle production systems, and over-the-air and vehicle system diagnostics respectively. The company expects these strategic developments to play a crucial role in bringing the five to market with the latest technology and in least amount of time. MULN 5 was also named top zero emission SUV as part of the Ziva Awards at the Los Angeles International Auto Show in November 2021, where it made its debut. 5 is built on an EV crossover skateboard platform that offers multiple powertrain configurations and trim levels in a svelte design that is strikingly different and exciting to experience in person. Okay, so yeah, that's the news for MULN today. volume so far for MULN is 42.898 million shares. This is okay, is it optionable? It is optionable, yes. So, but obviously now nothing, we're in a pre-market, nothing's going on the options, or we can't, even if there's anything, we don't have that. So let's see which one it is next. ZCMD. Zhongchao Inc. up 41.9%. Let's find the news. Okay, there isn't any news. Let's see what's going on here. Volume is 1.299 million shares, not optionable. Next one is a TRQ. Turquoise Hill Resources up 33.03%. Trading at $26.7778. What's the news? The news is, okay, let's see here. It says Turquoise Hill Resources said today its board will form a special committee to review a non-binding proposal from Rio Tinto to be fully acquired in a potential deal valued at $2.7 billion. Rio Tinto, which currently owns 50.8% stake in the company, earlier said it wants to buy the remaining 49% interest in Turquoise Hill Resources that it doesn't already own. It will pay $34 Canadian dollars, or $27 per share to minority shareholders of Turquoise. Turquoise also confirmed that the proposal is conditional on, among other things, it not raising additional equity capital pending completion of the proposed transaction. In January, the company entered into a heads of agreement that establishes a binding funding plan for the completion of the Oyu Tolgoi underground mine. Turquoise and Rio's buy proposal doesn't change the terms of the agreement. Okay, so that's why the stock is in the move, I think. Okay, 684,000, roughly 685,000 shares approximately have crossed the tape so far. Is Turquoise optionable? It is optionable. Not a penny stock, trading at $26.68 at the moment. Okay, the next one is TRQ, which that's what we saw right now. AGRI, AgriForce Growing Systems up to the 1.9%. Let's find out why this is the case. There isn't any news there. So 6.957 million shares have crossed the tape. Is AgriForce optionable? No, it's not. It's a penny stock. It's gained 22.22% in this pre-market session. Okay, let's look at MKD. Molecular Data Inc. up 26.16%, up 29.72 rather. No news. Volume is 16.22 million. Penny stock. Molecular Data optionable. Let's see. Not optionable. 32% roughly. Molecular Data Inc. Let's see what we can find concerning this molecular data. So right now the S&P futures is at 4220. Molecular data. what's the ticker for that again? MKD. Okay, let's see. This is just one of the stocks in the move. It's recovering from a dip on a Friday. That's what folks at Investor Place are saying about the stock. Outside that, we don't have any other thing. We've not seen any other thing. Okay, the next one is ERYP. ERYP. ERYTEC Pharma up 17.99. Let's get the volume. No news there. Volume is 16,974. Optionable. It is optionable, yes. Penny stock ERYTEC Pharma. It's up roughly 18%. Let's see. Look at DRUG. Bright Minds Biosciences up 13.73. See any news there? Okay, there's some news there, I think. This is Bright Minds Biosciences, a biotech company focused on developing novel drugs for the targeted treatment of neuropsychiatric disorders, epilepsy, and pain. Today announced the successful completion of 28-day repeat dose toxicity studies for its lead product BMB-101. Importantly, there were no major toxicological findings after twice daily oral administration of BMB-101 throughout the study period. The studies were conducted by the company's contract research partner, ITR Laboratories Canada, okay, in Quebec. So the chief medical officer of the company stated Dravet syndrome, a severe form of epilepsy characterized by frequent prolonged seizures, is a terribly debilitating disease, and unfortunately remains an area of high unmet medical need. So they are encouraged and hopeful that BMB-101 will provide a new and effective approach to its treatment. These data generated in their 28 toxicology studies provide further support for advancing their clinical program. Okay, so let's see what we are talking about here. Only 13,000 have crossed the tape. Volume is there are no options there. Okay, let's see. CUEN. Quentas up 14.68%. What's the news? No news there. Volume is 401. Okay, let's see what this guy is at CNBC are saying. Stocks making the biggest move. Okay, Alibaba, the e-commerce stock e-commerce stocks were among China-based companies taking a hard hit on concerns about US delistings, as well as the impact of COVID-19 outbreaks in the Chinese tech hub of Shenzhen. Alibaba fell 4.7% in the pre-market. Okay, let's see what's going on. Alibaba and JD, BAB. Let's see that. BAB. Alibaba, okay, down 6.78. JD.com down 8.19%. Okay, Occidental and Chevron, the energy stocks were downgraded to equal weight from overweight at Morgan Stanley, which notes that both have outperformed peers in recent months and now offer less attractive relative valuations. Occidental fell 3.3% in the pre-market, while Chevron slipped 2.4%. Both are moving lower in step with the drop in crude prices this morning. Okay, let's have a look at them. OXY is down 2.97%. So they're saying the two of them have outperformed their peers. Okay, they've outperformed their peers in recent months. Okay, CVX, Chevron, down 3.29. Okay, Lockheed Martin's, the defense contractor shares gained 1.6% in pre-market trading after sources told Reuters that Germany would purchase up to 35 Lockheed Martins. So up to 35 of Lockheed's F-35 jet fighters. Okay, let's have a look. LMT, only 2.27%. Well, it's already it's a highly regarded stock, so 2% is 2% gain is well, pretty much expected, I guess. Okay, next one is a Ford. So Ford is forecasting a 12% drop in US sales this year, according to a report in Automotive News, citing people present at a meeting with dealers. The publication said Ford had lost 100,000 units of production so far due to parts shortages. Despite that news, Ford added 1% pre-market action. Okay. Rio Tinto is okay. Well, there's Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire is urging the rejection of 4 shareholder proposals, including the replacement of Warren Buffett as chairman. I propose that Berkshire report on its plans to handle climate risks. Okay, Rio Tinto fell 2.9% after the mining company offered to buy 49% of Turquoise Hill. We already told you that. Okay, so Tyson Foods, the beef and poultry producer, stock slipped 1% in pre-market after BMO capital markets downgraded it to market perform from outperform. BMO cites valuations that not noting that Tyson had materially outperformed the S&P 500 over the past year, as well as the potential for lower beef margins. Okay, let's look at TSN. Hey Paul, good morning. How was the weekend? Okay, S&P 500, S&P futures is at 4218 now. So I think on the, let's have a look at the SPY, SPX, S&P 500 index. So some are saying that it is likely to have a resistance of about 4244, somewhere around here, 4244 will be up here, somewhere there, some 4244. That is where they expect the resistance to be today. It's first resistance, or rather, yes, first resistance. And if it breaks through that resistance, then there's a good chance it might extend further up to 4300. Okay, so have we seen any resistance there? Is there any resistance? We have seen 4300. Let's see. Okay, we can see a resistance where the okay, this is a 1 minute chart, so sorry about that, we have to go all the way back to the daily chart and see if we can see anything. 4242, we have a resistance of 4244. Let's see, 4244, let's see. Okay, we can make that out. 4244. Okay, yeah, somehow we can. 42. We're not seeing anything there, but some experts are saying that is where the resistance lies. 4242. Okay, that's, sorry, that is weekly chart. That is weekly. It's weekly. It's weekly chart. That's okay. 4244. Do we have anything there? Okay, well, you can't see anything there, but that's where they're saying it is for the week. 4244. That's where the resistance lies, and then it has a support of 4141. 4141. That's on the weeklies. And if it breaks above the 4244, then there's a good chance it might extend to 4300. 4300, yeah. Okay, let's see MULN. Okay, MULN, yes, there's some good news. There was a publication about the company. It's a car boss, published something about the company. So it has, amongst other things, giving the stock some firepower. So okay, let's see what we're looking at here. I think it's getting a lot of strength in this pre-market session. Let's see, 181. And 1781. Okay, so we have I think that it has a chance of modestly gaining. Maybe may gain more than that, but let's just see. Based on what it's done, we have for this 1.88, we can easily get there. I think at some point it has actually reached there. Okay, 1.88 hasn't reached there so far in this session, so that's our minor target, somewhere up here, 1.88. Based on what it has done, it has the potential to get there, 1.88. So amongst other things, it's, like as I pointed out earlier on, or some time ago, its market cap is a very tiny one. And if you look, and it's an EV stock, if you look at what the folks Tesla, I mean the market cap of Tesla is, then you may want to expect that yes, this is a stock to put your money in for $7.2 million. This is the sort of money a millennial can just easily write a check and present to them to hand them over the keys of the company for the $7.2 million. So going by that, we can see this. I'm just looking at it from the yeah, if you like, okay, market is open now from the fundamental perspective. If you look at it that way, then MULN definitely has a future. Definitely, the future is bright for the stock. 47.2 million. It has added more. At some point, it was even 25 or thereabouts. So, if you look at it from this perspective, then you may be encouraged. And we just also indicated that some of these some of these analysts were downgrading some companies because they had outperformed. So if you look at it that way, you can see that MULN hasn't come up yet. Hasn't come up in terms of market capitalization in challenging the other staple names like Tesla, and indeed other ones, GGB. I mean other ones, So if you look at it that way, yeah, definitely easily, you can still see that there's it has the prospects, but it's a different company. Every company is different, and the reason why it has this market cap is because it's yet to demonstrate. It's yet to sell the vehicles and all that stuff. So it's coming up. So yes, and also that presents you and I the opportunity. So in the short term, we have a target of very short term. Okay, it has already exceeded our target of 1.9. So we have to come up with another target. Our target has been breached, so we have to come up with another one. It's now at 1.93, 1.94, approaching $2. So optionable as well. Let's look at the options while we wait for an opportunity to see if we can come up with another target. We have see the changes here, 300% for the 18th of March, 250 calls, 250. It has 300%. So I think 250 is definitely of great interest, but it has lost 50% there, 50% of its gains. Let's return and see whether another opportunity has come up. $1.92. Based on what option traders are doing, you can easily expect that they are betting that it might get to 250. They're betting on that. So let's see now. Let's take this 1.966 and 1.88. Let's see what we can get from there. There's no guarantee it's going to get there. 1.966 minus 1.88, 0.08. That might take it close to 50, I think. 2.618, 0.225 plus 1.844. Okay, 2.06. That's our second target. Is that possible? Roughly to 2.07. That's our next target. There's no guarantee it's going to get there. It looks quite ambitious, but let's see. Fingers crossed. Volume so far is 79 million. The volumes are rising. You can see that 4 million. Huge volumes, just so they were crossing the tape there. Let's look at the market debt. Penny stock as well, so you should expect these volumes to be piling in as they have been now. It's the most active volume wise. More than 80 million now. Okay, 91 million shares, a lot. The volumes are just doubling and increasing. Yes, our target has been met for 2.06. Our target has been met and exceeded. 2.07, that's where it is right now. It didn't dwell on that target. Let's see whether it's going to return there again. Still maintaining that 2.07. It has pulled back to 1.989 now. MULN 5, that's their new car. MULN 5, let's have a look at that car. let's see what's going on with the stock. Okay, that's plunged all the way down to 1.88 now. We're still maintaining our target of 2.07. It reached there, but has got a resistance there. Let's look at the daily chart and see what's going on there. Okay, yes, underlying trend is a bearish one. The stock has broken above its 10 and 20-day moving averages. It's been on the bullish push since sometime this month. Let's get the monthly chart and see. Okay, not a good one. 60-minute chart. Okay, that's cool. Or did you buy them today, or you bought them previously? I'm guessing maybe you bought them previously. I'm assuming. Yeah, we're seeing here 300%, 400%, the $4 call, 400%. Yeah, if it cools off again today, definitely, or any other day, it will definitely present yet another buying opportunity. For some time to come, this is definitely a good play. Fundamentally, it sounds good, in as much as there's a lot of I mean, what is, yeah, there's some criticism about energy resources, but outside that, there's just pretty much cars, that will be competing with every other car for energy. It's just that the energy it's going to need is still pretty much a fossil fuel as things stand right now, but it's just just fossil fuel transformed into electricity. That's what it is. So it's just like every other gasoline vehicle. It's just like every other vehicle. It's just that the energy it needs is now transformed into electricity. So market participants they are quite enthusiastic. They are impressed. They love EVs and all that stuff. So it doesn't matter what the criticism is, or whether we're still going to be using fossil fuels for probably forever. Buyers are keen on the stock, and it's gonna do well. So yeah, I definitely have to open up a position as well in the stock. It's the opportunities there definitely, and okay, you were sitting up there. Okay, yeah. There was this standard lithium. I was right now it's down 2.61%. Okay, optionable 66%. The 18th of March calls. So I was something happens. Usually I observed that happens to the stock by the end of every month. Tell me who started. Let me guess. Jimmy Carter? Was he the one who started it? Standard lithium. Let's look at the daily chart and see what happened. There's a pattern that played out at some point. Played out, yes. I don't know what happened at the end of February. Was it Jimmy Carter who started the environmental movement? It's definitely somebody that is on the liberal side of things. I'm supposed. I'm guessing. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, at the end of every month, it tends to always close above its some of its moving averages. You can see end of February, it was above its 10 and 20-day moving averages, and at the end of, let's see here, 28th of January. Okay, 28th of January was an exception. It was below 31st. It was below, at least, but above its 10-day moving average, but not above its 20-day moving average. Let's look at this time around. This is 31st of December. It was above its 10 and 20-day moving averages. Yeah, this is the 29th of November as well, above its 10 and 20-day moving averages. Twenty-ninth of November, 29th of October. Of October was the last trading session. It was also above its 10 and 20-day moving average. So it repeated that pattern as well on that pattern was repeated as well on the 28th of February. Yes, slightly above its 10 and 20-day moving averages. The only exception was, when was that? The only exception was on the 31st of January, just only slightly up, only up, rather in between those moving averages. Yeah, indeed, that's we all guilty of that. A lot of times we buy a lot of things, unknowingly buy some of these concepts and ideas. So standard lithium closed above its 10 and 20-day moving average every month. It tends to, at the end of every month, it tends to close above its 10 and 20-day moving averages on its daily chart. So yeah, it's up 0.88% now. So we're looking at MULN. MULN is up 45.19. Our target is 2.07. It reached there at some point and pulled back. That was here. Reached there, 2.08. as a matter of fact, it actually exceeded that, pulled back, got some support just below its 10-minute moving average, and has since continued to move sideways now, and currently above all of those moving averages as well. Volume is insanely increasing, 135 million shares. Volume options going crazy, 300% gain. It's a crazy day for the stock. The news is that Car Boss published an article on the stock on the company and the new MULN 5, and also disclosed some things about the company. All of them were pretty much positive, but right now it's showing some weakness. Momentum is flat. Momentum is going flat, but the RSI is indicating that buyers are still very much in control. They're still very much in control. An opportunity is just presenting itself there with this collapse of the momentum, and with RSI at 58.75 and the momentum at 8.7. There's a good chance that those who might get involved now, based on what's going on, based on the fact that buyers are still very much available, they haven't been overtaken by sellers. There's a good chance it is just a minor dip that we are facing right now with MULN. This is for those who want to day trade or scalp. Let's get the volumes again. 144 million. It's crazy, man. What's going on here? For huge activity. Option volume has now increased to 28,000. Okay, this 18th of March 250 call has lost about 30% of its gains. The stock itself has cooled off, but the volumes are still increasing. 147 million shares, penny stock. Our target is 2.07. Has reached there. It reached there at some point. There's no guarantee it's gonna get there again. But momentum is improving. Buyers are still very much active. They are by far much more active than sellers. They are in control of this market for MULN Automotive Inc. stock right now. Momentum is improving. Yes, surging again towards being overbought. So that was an opportunity there. The opportunity to get involved. some market participants are definitely making good use of that. They saw what we saw here when the RSI pulled down, and the momentum equally pulled down as well. It pulled down but never fell below 50, indicating that buyers are still the ones in control, and their momentum also depreciated and decayed, presenting a buy the dip opportunity. And with buyers being present there, you may feel confident that maybe it might be an opportunity to scalp, and that is what we're seeing there. That opportunity worked. Some must have made money. Some change it may not be change. It may be a huge lot for some, but yeah, that an opportunity was there. So it's now at 1.97, around $1 from our target of 2.07. Huge volumes over here, 152 million. Last time we checked was just less than a minute ago. It was at 144 million. So buyers are definitely falling over themselves to get involved with this stock. See the volumes we are talking about here. Buyers are very, 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 very much keen on this stock. See the volumes crossing the tape. I believe the red ones are the ones that are sell volumes, sell figures. Yeah, huge sell figure there. Can see that. Yeah, roughly around 195. We're seeing 196 now. 195 approximately. Yeah, 195 still holding on there. $197. The volume is huge. Maybe it might move. It might continue to move sideways, but yeah, it may also continue to present scalping opportunities for those who can scalp and make something out of it. But the RSI is just indicating that buyers are definitely more active than sellers, but the sellers are there, but not. Yeah, they're there. You can see it's the RSI is inching downwards. Let's look. You can see that it's now the price has fallen to 192. So definitely buyers, sellers are they have summoned some of their forces, some of their ammo to see what they can make out of this huge gain it has run up in this session. Penny stock as well, so can be affordable. 300%. That 250 call, 18th of March 250 call has lost 40% now. 157 million. Seeing a flurry of buys, I think. Yeah, momentum is improving now. It's now getting overbought. Let's see. The stock AS is inching up on the move again. I got cooled off. Okay. Yeah, we're seeing 190 here. Sellers are, but buyers are defying them. $163. Notice that this volume changed significantly, or rather changed rapidly when there was that slight surge in the price. But right now, I think sellers are throwing some things in the works there, so it's losing some. Let's see, momentum. Is it? Yes, losing some momentum. Yes. So when that happens, usually the volume doesn't accelerate that much. When buyers take their when buyers return to drive the stock up, it tends to accelerate. The volumes tend to increase at a higher rate. So right now we are still just increasing, but not as much as it does when buyers are in effect. Right now sellers are definitely in control. You can see that now RSI fallen. RSI is at 50 now, indicating that there's equal weight between buyers and sellers as things stand right now. Volume momentum is also poor as well, but still holding up. Okay, RSI has inched away slightly from the 50 mark, but definitely sellers are definitely they have made their presence known. They want to take back the control. They want to drag this RSI below 50. When it's below 50, it means that they have taken over control. But they're definitely there. You can see the fact that it has made the RSI retrace. It's in a downward trend at the moment. So it means they are definitely pulling it in their direction, but they have not taken over yet. They have definitely come into the space of buyers, and they are, pulling things. They have definitely pulled it below 50. It's crashing down. Now the gain is now 36%. You can visibly see that, and the momentum is clearly oversold now. There is definitely an opportunity there, but just be careful. Just be really careful. There's no guarantee it's going to rally again. It rallied in the pre-market. Maybe the buyers who are here may have gotten the big ones, the big players, the big buying players, or the big bullish players. They may decide to take their money elsewhere and come back later on. This is definitely a stock to watch, at least if you're not going to own it. Definitely a stock to watch. Okay, momentum RSI is now below 50, so the game is now being played in the territory of sellers right now. Momentum is weak as well. I think oversold as well. Oversold, but not as bad. Oversold, but not as bad as it can be. Okay, S&P futures is at 4213. Okay, S&P index is at 4213 as well, so it's gain of 0.21. Nasdaq is down 0.23%. Just slightly above its 50-minute moving average on this 1-minute chart, but it seems to have gotten support there, just right above it. It seems to have, but fingers crossed. Momentum is improving. RSI is equally improving as well, but it's still in the territory of sellers, indicating that sellers are the game is being played in their quarters, in their own half of the whole game, of the whole market. But buyers have dipped their hands in there, and that buyers are definitely in that territory as well, trying to take it back to their own half. That's what we are seeing right now. It's a tug of war. If you just joined us, thank you very much. We need more thumbs up. We have only 3 there. Can we get one more like to get it to 4? Okay, yeah. But sellers are, still very much there. They want to drag it down to 0. They want to drag the RSI for the stock down to 0. It has lost about 15%, I believe, no, about 10% of its gains so far. We had a target of $2.07, and it reached there, 2.088, and didn't dwell there in less than a second or thereabouts, and started to retrace. We had an initial target of 1.88. It got there before we even blinked. It got there, and then just right at the open of the session, and then moved on towards our second target of 2.07. So well, we're still maintaining those 2 targets, 1.88 and 2.07. In the long term, this is a very good play, but at the same time as well, it's gradually getting popular, and we know what happens to stocks that have become popular of late. They don't tend to go far, just tend to be moving sideways, because dare I say, short hedge funds fall on those stocks to see what they can make out of it, because they know that recent market participants might be there. They might and wherever they are, of late, hedge funds want to go there and short anything they are buying, short anything they are interested in, short anything they are talking about. So let's see whether we can find the short interest of MULN. Okay, 8.67. It's not the sort of figure that will get the folks on Reddit to be talking about it as such. I mean, they're talking about it, but not its short interest. 8.67. It's okay. It's not that not wonderful. Of late, this is not sort of figure that anybody will be bragging about. But at the same time, on on the in a dark pool, the figure might be different. Okay, let's have a look for at Fintel, and then it's taking time to come up. Okay, while we're waiting for that, let's return and see what's going on. Yeah, okay, you can see that's collapsed now below its 50-minute moving average. Buyers are struggling to see what they can do, but sellers are holding it down in their territory, holding it down. It's now below its 50-minute moving average on this 1-minute chart, trading at $1.76. Momentum is quite poor now, oversold, but buyers are trying to drag it up. They are taking advantage of the fact that it's now oversold on the momentum, because basically on the what happens with the RSI and this 14 period slow stochastic oscillator, they're quite cyclical. When they reach 100, they can't go beyond that. They can either dwell there or fall back. So right now we can see it is momentum is totally gone there now, completely oversold. It's flattening there, its RSI. So maybe some buyers have exited and gone elsewhere. Maybe that's what we're seeing, but they're still very much there. Even though the market now is in the half of the sellers based on what the RSI is indicating. Okay, there's nothing there. There's an error on their side. Let's see what we have on OTEX. Okay, it's trying to pick up. At least buyers have ensured that sellers don't drag the RSI below 30 deep into their own territory. Just slightly above 30 there at 36.57. Momentum is completely oversold it's in the territory of it's in the graveyard of sellers right now. Definitely they're completely oversold. Buyers are trying to patch things up and take it up again. Take it up several notches. It's looking up now. It's inched up. Its 10 and 20 minute moving averages are very much bearish at the moment. Yeah, buyers are doing their best. At least they have taken it based on its momentum. They have taken it out of the oversold graveyard. They're doing their best now. Now above its 10-minute moving average. The gain is now 34% roughly. Yeah, they're doing their best based on what the the momentum is indicating. They're knocking they've taken it they've taken the momentum back into their own territory, but not at least it's there, but they're still struggling with sellers to ensure it remains there. They've lost it now. It's now back into the sellers territory. So to the RSI did not cross. It's still just slightly below 50 there. Gain is now 34%, as I indicated earlier on. Trading at $1.81. Let's get that volume again. Let's see. I think last time we checked it was at 160 something. 60. Oh wow, 204 million. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's an indication of the interest the stock has drawn. The level of interest it has drawn. There's a good chance it might pretty much be moving sideways. There may not be a huge spike again, unless buyers regroup and get others to come back and drive the stock up again. The stock is gradually getting popular, very popular, really popular. So there's a danger that it's just gonna be a day trading stock. There's a danger that it's what it might ultimately become. Just a day trading stock. A stock that presents good buying opportunities during the day, but really doesn't advance and settles doesn't advance and maintains it. I'm afraid that might be what may happen. The company has to probably think of the management has to probably think of other things to do to they just have to do their best, but unfortunately they have a stock that is of great interest to market participants, social media driven as well. Let's see what we can see on Reddit. Okay, there's nothing there. Is the short squeeze starting on MULN stock? So what's your boss saying? What was he saying? Okay, so why gas high prices are good for MULN stock? Are they really good for them? Well, I think market participants think it's good for them. That's why it may be good. It's not that it's okay. This is when was this published? 1 day ago. Okay, it's a YouTube video. Current institutional ownership 66.92%. Number of institutional buyers 12. Okay. C2C Wealth Management, BlackRock. State Street Corp, Bank of America, DE. Bank of America owns 54,561. BlackRock owns 195,000. Just tiny sticks they have there. None of them owning up to 1%. Yeah, $10. Well, indeed, never say never, but going by how things are going with its popularity, they just have to. It's possible, but I think it just needs less attention for it to get there, for it to get to $10. The attention is too much. The attention is getting right now is heavy. Let's even see the float. $4.27 million shares. Okay, that's a small float as well. Okay, Yahoo Finance is saying 19.8 million. I mean, I can imagine every forecast for the stock has to be a bullish one, I think. Even though, of course, some might have other opinions. See, Reuters has a target of 5.17. Okay, let's see what's going on elsewhere. S&P futures at 4231. Yeah. Okay, let's see ZCMD. Jean-Charles Inc. up 33.81. Yes, definitely it is attracting the, yes, unsavory elements. That's the right thing to say about that. Yes, it's definitely a day trader stock right now, for as things stand right now. But maybe you never know. Things might cool off, and the interest might go away, and they will spike again, and then move up to maybe the $2 levels, something like that, or $3 levels. If if the short sellers and the sellers plunge it down badly, and some of these folks lose money, they may just abandon it for some time, and they might buy back what they lost, and the cycle may continue like that again. Let's get the volumes. Last time we checked about 200 million. Yeah, 241. Huge million. Huge volume of shares there. 241 million, above average. Well, last 10 trading sessions was 255 million, so it's not even close to it. Definitely it's going to surpass the 10-day average for sure, even though it hasn't reached there. Yeah, I know those calls. They're definitely going to present the. I believe an opportunity will arise again. I definitely get involved in it as well. Yes, for sure. I can imagine. Yeah, it will be. But it also as well, even though it's getting popular, but it hasn't even gotten as popular as it can get. That's another thing, I think. It hasn't gotten as popular as it can possibly get. AGRI. For the 6.22. Let's see what sort of target we're looking at here. Let's take 46656 and 453. Okay, target on AGRI is 5.03. There's no guarantee it's gonna get there. Let's get the volumes. There's no news. Volumes are 55.188 million. Optionable? I don't think so. No, it's not. Strongly bullish. The pattern for some time now, for the last I believe up to last 1 hour or thereabout, it hasn't fallen below its 10-minute moving average. Getting support from that 10-minute moving average now. Yeah, you can see on its daily charts, strongly bullish, way above its all of its moving averages, way ahead of them, way ahead, very strongly bullish, trading at a huge premium to all of its moving averages. AGRI false green systems. So our target for AGRI is 5.03. Will it get there? Who knows? Has it ever gotten there? Let's see the 60-minute chart and see. No, it hasn't gotten there before. Don't think so. Has never gotten there before. 15 minutes. No, it hasn't. This is 4.83, so that will be its new high. Would it be 5 minutes? And back to the 1 minute. Okay, it's now getting support from its 20-minute moving average. So let's look at this static page and see where it has ever reached there. 5.03. Just based on what it has done today, it's a newly minted stock. It's not been trading for a long time. So yeah, we don't need to bother. It hasn't reached there before. It hasn't reached 5.03. That will be a new high for it. Oh, sorry, it has at some point. So 52-week range, 1.12 and 8.45. So that will not be a new high. Sorry about that. It won't be a new high. It has at some point it was way up. It was higher than that. So we can actually to find out what it is, use this. Okay, yes, we didn't look well. So look at that. At some point last year, sometime last year, it was trading at 5.586. So 52-week high. So all these are just closing prices. So maybe that $8 price was an intraday price. So let's see. This is from July 2021. So let's take it further than that. July. Take it all the way back to March. 1st of March. Okay, there's not, maybe there's nothing there. Okay, yeah, July was the furthest day there has ever been. I think what I was when I started trading. So based on these closing prices, the highest is around $5.6. So that $8 and subtraction may have been an intraday price. That's why we don't have it printed here. Let's look at the 60 minutes. We can see it there. We don't have it on the 60 minutes. Okay, let's modify this as well. 60 minutes all the way back to sometime last year, August last year. Okay, yes, we have 6 and 6.9 going by the 60-minute interval all the way back to 8th of July. We have yeah, so let's see whether we can bring it down to 30 minutes and see whether we can see that $8. 28th of October. We don't have it. July, so June, let's get to July. Still very much the same thing, $6. Okay, 7, do we have 7 there? No, we didn't. It was actually the volume weighted average price, not the price itself, I think. Okay, let's bring it all the way back to where we are, back to the 1-minute chart. Okay, thank you everybody for joining this live session, and I'll continue to update you. Hopefully also come back online again, cover the last few minutes of this session, and probably a few minutes into the post-market session. So thank you, Paul, and every other person who has watched and who has been watching and subscribing and everything. Thank you all very much.